Hello there, it's me again, GCSE English with Michelle from Strive for Success. Hope you're really well. Today I've got something really exciting for you. I'm going to be walking through a grade 9 example from one of the recent GCSEs. It's going to be a description, so I hope you're going to enjoy it. Whilst I love writing, many pupils that I teach do not, which is fair enough. Hopefully in this session I'm going to make it clearer to you what a good description looks like, what a 40 out of 40 grade 9 description looks like, so that you can have an example to base your ideas on when you're doing your revision. So we all know what a story is, but what is a description? Description can be hard. We're thinking about describing what we hear, what we see, what we touch, what we can taste, what we can smell, and also how it makes us feel. It's describing an environment in such a way that it almost takes your reader there. And that's a real art. So this was a prompt on one of the GCSE writing question 5s, language paper 1, a couple of years ago, and I'm going to walk you through writing a 40 out of 40 grade 9 descriptive piece based on this particular question 5. So planning. I always recommend that you do plan. Planning for a description is not really the same as planning for a story. However, it still needs to have some sort of structure. One of the structures that I like to use for descriptions is the drop, switch, zoom, end. I also tend to do a thought shower of words and maybe some figurative languages, phrases, anything interesting that comes to mind when I see the picture. So here's a short list of words and phrases that I came up with when I was looking at this picture. Not necessarily used all of these in my actual piece, but it just gets your creative juices flowing. So I've got amber sky, elongated shadows, the thump of footsteps, the gilded light, the throng of commuters, wail of traffic, choking fumes, and sighs of frustrated workers. What would you write? Put your answer in the comments for what your words and phrases will be. So this is how I planned this piece using the drop, switch, zoom, end. My drop was going to be describe the sights, sounds, smells of the busy street to drop the reader right into the action. The switch to the sunset, describe the sunset with a reflection on the hot, frustrating day. Zoom into the description of street sellers, and then end with the realization that I will soon be back home. So this is my piece, and I'm just going to talk you through it. Evening in the city, chaos, a relentless hustle and bustle of noise, traffic, dust, distracted workers, and thousands carving their way through the crowds towards home. Shoulders hunched, eyes on freedom. The heat of the day clings to everything, sticky, claustrophobic, endless. Now, at last, the punishing sun begins to retreat. Its gilded light shimmers across windows and tarmac, playfully dancing across flustered, frustrated faces. It feels gentler now, no longer the searing knife of misery it had been all day long, but something almost tender. The amber sky is hypnotic. I stop a while, shielding my eyes, aching for a moment of calm. Still, the hum of traffic is deafening. Taxis, Ubers, buses and cars battle it out on the hazy road. Horns blast at regular intervals, adding to the relentless cacophony of the commute. The city seems to shriek from every corner. Street vendors reach out from their stalls with bottles of water, their voices almost lost in the roar. Others sell barbecued corn. The sweet, buttery aroma wafts through the air, mixing strangely with the sharp tang of engine fumes. For a moment, the scent is comforting. Then the heat and smoke press in again, and I long for the cool, artificial breeze of the office air conditioning. As motivation to keep going, I imagine the fresh sip of beer I will take when I finally reach home. We move together, shoulder to shoulder, like a meandering river of bodies heading towards underground stations and bus stops. Our path winds past homeless people slumped upon the littered pavement, silent, still observers of the city's endless motion. This city will be the death of me. I can't wait to leave it behind. I board the tin can train as the peace of home pulls me like a magnet. So there are many reasons why that particular descriptive piece would have achieved 40 out of 40, 4 marks for question 5. Here are some of the reasons. Compelling and convincing tone, imaginative detail and settings, good structural control. There's a dramatic, reflective final line that leaves an impact. Also, the grammar, punctuation, and spelling are all precise and varied. There's a mixture of short sentences with longer, more fluid, descriptive ones. And there's a rhythm to the prose that mirrors the chaos and exhaustion that is being described. The vocabulary choices are high level and apt, things like searing knife of misery, relentless cacophony, meandering river of bodies. So the figurative language there as well. The phrases are striking without being overblown, overdone. Yeah, you want it to sound as natural as possible. So now it's over to you. Time to show your talent. So using some of my ideas as a bit of a springboard, I want you to write your own piece. It's describe a place at sunset as suggested by this picture. You can look back in the video to find the picture if you need to. I'd love to receive some emails of your attempts at this. If you have any comments, put them in the comments. And remember to subscribe, like, and share. There is also my giveaway. If you look back at my videos, you can get 6 top level 40 out of 40 pieces of writing, and with explanations of why they are. And I cover stories, descriptions, and 1 speech and 1 article. So remember to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and share with anyone who it might be useful to. Thank you.